Maybe you know this feeling. It starts not in your head but as a subtle vibration in your chest, a flutter. Then, suddenly, it expands. Your heart begins to hammer against your ribs like a trapped bird. Your breath becomes shallow, catching in your throat. A wave of heat, or perhaps a cold shiver, washes over your skin. Your thoughts begin to race at 1,000,000 miles an hour, spinning catastrophic scenarios, telling you that something terrible is about to happen, that you are losing control, or that you might even be dying. You try to think your way out of it. You tell yourself, "Calm down, everything is fine, stop being ridiculous." But your body does not listen. In fact, the more you fight it with your mind, the louder your body screams. You feel trapped in your own skin, desperately looking for an exit sign that doesn't exist. And afterward, you feel exhausted, ashamed, and frustrated. You wonder why you can't just be normal. You wonder why your body betrays you when you're just sitting on a sofa or driving your car. But here is the truth. Your body is not betraying you. It is trying to save you. What you call anxiety is actually a misfired survival sequence. Your nervous system has pulled the fire alarm because it perceives a threat, and once that alarm is ringing, no amount of logical thinking will turn it off. You cannot think your way out of a sensation. You must feel your way out. Welcome to Psyche Milo. Here we learn that the way to the mind is through the body. If you are tired of fighting your anxiety with logic and want to learn the physical off switch for panic, subscribe for content that guides you step by step to self-regulation. In this video, we are going to explore a powerful, ancient somatic technique that targets the collarbone points, a direct hotline to your nervous system that can interrupt the panic loop in seconds. To understand why tapping your collarbone works when calming down doesn't, we must look at how your brain is wired. When anxiety hits, your brain's fear center, the amygdala, hijacks the system. It sends a signal to your body to pump adrenaline and cortisol. It prepares you to fight a tiger or run from a landslide. Crucially, when this happens, the logical part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, goes offline. This is why you cannot reason with a panic attack. Telling someone in a panic attack to just relax is like trying to put out a forest fire with a math equation. It is the wrong tool for the job. Your body is speaking a language of sensation, rhythm, and pressure. To communicate with a panicked nervous system, you must speak its language. This is where the collarbone points come in. In traditional Chinese medicine, these points are known as kidney 27, K27. They are located just below the collarbone heads, near the sternum. But you don't need to believe in energy meridians to understand the biology. This area is a nexus of nerve endings and is physically close to the vagus nerve, the master controller of your rest and digest system. When you rhythmically tap these points, you are sending a percussion signal directly into your body's communication network. You are generating a piezoelectric charge that travels through the connective tissue. This signal interrupts the danger message being looped by the amygdala. It creates a new sensory input that competes with the anxiety. More importantly, the rhythm of the tapping mimics the heartbeat of a calm person, or the rhythmic patting a mother gives a distressed infant. It signals safety biologically. It tells the reptilian brain, "We are here, we are in rhythm, we are safe." And here is something deeper most people miss. Anxiety is often energy that is trapped and spinning. It is mobilization energy, the energy to run or fight that has nowhere to go because you are sitting still. Tapping provides a physical outlet, a container for that energy. It bridges the gap between the frozen body and the racing mind, bringing them back into synchronization. The trap of top-down processing. The biggest mistake we make with anxiety is trying to solve it from the top down. This means using our thoughts, top, to control our body, down. We try to analyze why we are anxious. We try to rationalize the fear. We argue with the intrusive thoughts. But during high anxiety, the connection between the top, your rational brain, and the down, your body, is severed. The body is in a state of autonomic takeover. It is running a survival program that prioritizes speed over accuracy. When you use somatic tools like tapping, you are using bottom-up processing. You are changing the state of the body first. You are calming the heartbeat, deepening the breath, and relaxing the muscles through physical intervention. Once the body sends the all-clear signal up to the brain, the thoughts naturally slow down. You don't have to force your mind to be quiet. The mind becomes quiet because the body is no longer screaming. You are not fighting the storm. You are changing the weather conditions. The significance of the collarbone. The bridge? Why the collarbone? This area is structurally significant. It is the bridge between the head and the heart. It is the gateway where the neck muscles, often tight with tension, meet the chest, where the breath is restricted. When we are in a state of shock or high stress, we tend to hunch forward, collapsing the chest to protect our vital organs. This posture physically compresses the K27 points and restricts the breath, which signals more panic to the brain. By tapping this area, you are bringing awareness and blood flow to this vital junction. You are physically vibrating the chest wall. This vibration can help loosen the intercostal muscles, allowing for a deeper breath. It effectively knocks on the door of the heart space, asking it to open up again. It is a physical reminder to the body to stop collapsing and to take up space. It is a way of reclaiming the territory of your own chest, the power of rhythm and repetition. There is a reason why we rock babies to sleep, why we tap our feet to music, and why repetitive prayer or chanting is found in every culture. The nervous system loves rhythm. Chaos is the absence of rhythm. Safety is the presence of predictable rhythm. Anxiety is chaotic energy. It feels jagged, unpredictable, and fast. When you introduce a steady, rhythmic tap, 1, 2, 1, 2, you are imposing order onto the chaos. You are acting as an external pacemaker for your own nervous system. Your internal biological clocks begin to entrain to the rhythm of your hands. It is hypnotic in the best possible way. It draws your focus away from the catastrophic future and anchors you right here in the physical reality of the present moment. You cannot be in the future, where anxiety lives, while you are rhythmically tapping your body in the present. The pattern interrupt phenomenon. Anxiety often functions like a broken record. It creates a neural loop that plays the same scary thought over and over again. What if I fail? What if they leave? What if I'm sick? This loop digs a deep groove in your neural pathways. Tapping acts as a pattern interrupt. Imagine a record player skipping on a scratched vinyl. If you bump the table, the needle jumps out of the groove. Tapping is that bump. The sudden, rhythmic physical sensation startles the brain just enough to knock the needle out of the doom loop. It forces the brain to pay attention to the new stimulus. What is that tapping feeling? Oars. In that split second of distraction, the grip of the panic loosens. It creates a window of opportunity where you can step in and take a breath. The validation of self-touch. Finally, there is a profound emotional layer to this. Anxiety often makes us feel abandoned, even by ourselves. We feel like our body is an enemy attacking us. We want to escape our own skin. When you place your hands on your body and tap gently, you are performing an act of self-reassurance. You are essentially saying, I have you. I am here with you. I am not leaving you in this fear. It is a gesture of reparenting. Instead of judging your body for being scared, you are comforting it. This shifts your relationship with yourself from one of hostility. Stop panicking, to one of compassion. I know you are scared and I am here to help. This shift in attitude alone can significantly lower cortisol levels. Now, let's learn exactly how to perform this reset. You can do this anywhere, in a bathroom stall, in your parked car, or even subtly at your desk. Step 1. Locate the K27 points. Take your index finger and middle finger of both hands. Trace your collarbones, the hard bones at the base of your neck, inward toward the center of your throat until you feel the two bony knobs where they end. Now, drop your fingers down about 1 inch and slightly outward. You should feel 2 small indentations or soft spots just below the bone. These are the points. They might feel slightly tender to the touch. That is a sign you're in the right place. Step 2. The setup, the crossover. While you can tap with hands on the same side, crossing your arms over your chest increases the effectiveness. Cross your arms like a mummy, or like you're giving yourself a hug. So your left hand is on your right collarbone point, and your right hand is on your left collarbone point. This crossing of the midline engages both hemispheres of the brain, helping to integrate the left and right hemispheres of the brain, helping to organize your scattered thoughts. It also contains your energy, making you feel more held. Step 3. The tapping rhythm. Begin to tap these points with your fingertips. The pressure should be firm but not painful, like you are firmly tapping a friend on the shoulder to get their attention. Find a rhythm that feels soothing to you. It might be an alternating rhythm, left, right, like a walking pace, or a simultaneous rhythm, both at once, like a heartbeat. The alternating rhythm is often best for processing high anxiety, as it mimics the bilateral stimulation used in EMDR therapy. Tap at a pace of about 1 beat per second, or slightly faster if your anxiety is very high. Then gradually slow it down. Step 4. The breath and the anchor. Phrase. As you tap, you must engage your breath. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4. Feel your chest expand under your tapping fingers. Hold for a second. Exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6 or 8, imagining you are blowing out a candle. As you do this, you can add a somatic anchor phrase. This is not a toxic positivity affirmation. It is a statement of reality. Say internally or out loud, "Even though I feel this anxiety, I am safe right now." Or simply, "This is just energy. It is moving through me." Step 5. The butterfly variation. If the collarbone tapping feels too intense, you can slide your hands further out to your upper arms, just shoulders. Hook your thumbs together to form a butterfly shape with your hands. Rest your hands on your chest, shoulders, and tap your fingers alternately, left, right, left, right. This is known as the butterfly hug. It is incredibly grounding and less conspicuous in public. Focus on the sensation of your hands holding your own body. Continue this for 2 to 3 minutes. You might notice a yawn, a sigh, or a sudden drop in your shoulders. These are signs that your parasympathetic nervous system, the brake pedal, has engaged. Anxiety feels like a monster that takes over your life, but it is actually just a biological signal that got stuck in the on position. You are not powerless. You carry the remote control in your own hands. When you tap your collarbone, you are reclaiming your body from the hijack. You are being the wise, compassionate adult for your frightened inner child. You are proving to your nervous system that you are safe, not because the world is perfect, but because you are there to hold yourself through the storm. This simple act of tapping is not just a technique. It is an act of radical self-love. It is a way of saying, "I am worth comforting." Have you ever tried somatic tapping before? Did you notice a shift in your breath or your heartbeat? Tell us in the comments which sensation shifted first for you. We read every comment and we are building a community of healing together. If you want to learn more tools to navigate your nervous system and turn your body from a battleground into a sanctuary, subscribe to Psyche Milo. Here, we don't just survive the chaos, we learn to dance with it. Deep, grounded, and always on your side. Until then, keep tapping. You are safe. You are here. You are okay.